Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Kadin, Dr. Catherine Kadin Vicara to some, and it is 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it is time to get started. So I'd love to welcome you all tonight and tell you a little bit more about myself. I am a pediatric and prenatal chiropractor for the past 22 years. And I'm also a functional medicine practitioner, a mom to two boys, a wife, and and I'm excited to be able to share the opportunity of that Lifevantage offers us this evening. So first of all, I'd like to just say that I really appreciate you being here tonight. You had a choice of where you could be spending your time. And so I appreciate that you chose to spend it here with me tonight. Tonight, you're going to be hearing about a $1 trillion industry, which equates to the largest economic trend in world history, according to Paul Zane Pilzer, a world economist, public speaker, entrepreneur, and author of 8 books, including The Next Millionaires. He's advised presidents. And you're also going to be hearing about a company and a product line that is perfectly positioned to dominate in this category of this $1 trillion industry. A company that's been catching the attention of investors. It's publicly traded, it's growing, and how you can capitalize on this timing. So before we discuss all that, I would like to share with you an ABC News report that aired back in 2005. It's antiquated, and it's not a marketing piece that our company did. It's actually pretty incredible. It's an investigative report that was done on ABC News, starring John Quinones, who was an investigative reporter. And after you watch this and you pay special attention to what happens in the clip, I'll bring you up to speed on what's happened since and fill you in on where we are in relationship to this report. So let me see if I can. There we go.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment. For me, it begins with a blood test.
It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company.
They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing. The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. The result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes 2 antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells.
So, doctor, how often do I take these?
And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment. It's called Protandim, and tests have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us. Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age, but taking just 1 pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old. So just what's in this seemingly incredible pill? Well, actually, its roots are very humble. Protandim is a combination of 5 plant ingredients. Some you may know: green tea or turmeric, a spice used in Indian cooking. Others, Withania somnifera and Silybum marianum, are more exotic. High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma, all of these, strokes, heart attacks.
Even mental disease.
Yes,
Depression?
Alzheimer's disease, depression.
But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically. Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after. Have we turned back the clock? Maybe not on the outside, but deep inside within my cells. Yes, indeed.
We do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. And I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
The company that makes Protandim says its tests show the pill, made from ingredients used for centuries, is absolutely safe. For more, go to our website at abcnews.com.
So, oh, let's see. All right. So hopefully you caught that about oxidative stress, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that, a little bit more about the company story, the products, the leveraged income story because of timing, as well as how you can capitalize on this category, creating breakthrough. So let me ask you a question. Was oxidative stress on your radar screen before you watched that news report? Even though I'm a practitioner and I pride myself on knowing quite a bit about health and free radicals and all of that, I don't think oxidative stress was quite on my radar screen. But let me tell you what it is, what it does in our bodies, why we have it. Oxidative stress is the damage to our cells of our body. It's the mutations that we get. They're normal mutations that happen, but it changes our cells from normal to abnormal. And we're having too many these days. It happens because of toxins in the air that we're breathing, the food that we're eating, the environmental toxins, the Wi-Fi, the phones that we're holding up to our ears. Have you ever taken an apple or a banana and cut it in half and put it on the counter? What happens? It turns brown, right? So that is oxidative stress. And we need a little bit to get our body to do the processes that it's supposed to do. But we have so much now. All of this is causing oxidative stress. And it's that free radical damage that is linked to hundreds and hundreds of diseases and malfunctions in the body and the breakdowns. The malfunctions and breakdowns that we see are the things that we end up complaining of to our doctors. So did you see there on John Quinones's oxidative stress was reduced by 45% in 14 days? It's remarkable. And so our first study, which I'll tell you a little bit more about later, but our first study that was published tells us that Protandim reduces oxidative stress an average of 40% in 30 days in all mammals. And to the best of my knowledge, we're the only people who can claim this. And we've noticed it's closer to 70% in 120 days. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. According to Dr. McCord, our body typically produces 300 septillion free radicals a day. Just to kind of get how big that number is, that's like a 24 zeros after that 3. So it's an enormous amount of free radicals attacking our cells every day. So how have we been keeping up with that up to date? We have been using massive amounts of supplements, goji berry, acai berry juice, all the different juices and so forth. People are taking as many antioxidants as they can, antioxidative stress as they can. The challenge, though, is an antioxidant like a blueberry, for instance, can only not neutralize, like the one molecule of antioxidant can only neutralize one free radical. And I don't know about you, but as appealing as it sounds to sit down in a coliseum, if it were filled with blueberries and we just had to eat those blueberries all day long, we'd never have time to do anything else. So because it can only do that, it's not really a lot of leverage. It's really just a direct antioxidant. Protandim, though, acts like an indirect antioxidant. It's an NRF2 activator. It turns on a pathway in our body that when that switch is flipped, it turns on 400 plus survival genes, downregulates fibrosis and inflammation genes,
In fact, one of our patents is on the reduction of C-reactive protein, and it signals cells in our body to make their own antioxidants. So it puts you in a position, instead of neutralizing one free radical to one molecule of antioxidant, rather it's 1 million to 1 every second of every day. So based off of that, what and who should be taking Protandim? Hopefully you said everyone. So here's the company story, and here's how we got here, because you might be wondering why you haven't heard about it. So here's how we got here. When that ABC News clip aired back in 2005, and you did just see that, it said at the end, for more information, go to abcnews.com. And everyone did. They emailed, they called, they wanted to order the product. They tried to order the product. $5 million worth of orders in 2005 came in overnight. Stock went from $1 to $20 overnight, and on sheer speculation, what Protandim was going to do in people's bodies. But there was one problem. Dr. McCord was a researcher and not a scientist, not a marketing guy, nor was his team. There was no sales team, no marketing team, no infrastructure. There was no one to pick up the phone, no one who could really fulfill on the sales. But something good did happen. And I know as a practitioner, this would excite me as well. During that time, researchers and scientists saw the clip and they got really excited. They contacted Dr. McCord and asked to get their hands on some of this product to fund studies. So today we have over 28 independent peer-reviewed studies at the National Institutes of Health, Library of Medicine, PubMed, PubMed.gov, Public Medical Government website, where you can also do your own research if you like. So that first study, which I mentioned before, gave us the ability to say that by taking 1 Protandim per day, every day for 30 days, you reduce your oxidative stress by 40%. The Department of Defense studied Protandim, the American Heart Association, that has never endorsed a supplement before. They saw the research on Protandim, and then they published a large article in their Circulation magazine to all of their Heart Association members. And then the National Institutes of Aging said that Protandim is the only natural substance proven to extend life by 7% in male mice. So this isn't like just a supplement. This is a big deal. This is an activator. So back in 2006, we have this great study, and we've had many success stories with Protandim, and the shareholders were rather frustrated, right? Stocks dropping, almost taken off the registry, and people know that it works in people's bodies, but they're frustrated because it's not selling as well as they would have expected for what this does. So the board says, how are we going to get this out to the people? After they had tried the online marketing and it didn't work, and they tried the GNC and the high-end apothecaries and vitamin shops, and it only sold an average of a half a bottle per store per month for 4 years, because nobody knew that it was different from other antioxidants. And I'll tell you, I wouldn't keep something in my practice that only sells a half a bottle in my practice per month. So they hired a consultant to work with them finally. And this consultant took one look at that ABC News report and all the peer-reviewed studies to date at that point, and said this product needs to be moved through a network. There's a giant story here that needs to be told, and nothing is more effective than word of mouth advertising or person-to-person distribution. As a personal story, as a chiropractor, I don't advertise, and people share with their friends that, you know, they want to come see me. And that's how my practice works, by referral. Or if I find a restaurant that I really like, I refer people to that restaurant. So it's people or individuals having individual product experiences, sharing with their networks, more commonly known as network marketing, people expanding their businesses through a network. And so now we're the distribution centers rather than stores. So before the change in the platform, and this is pretty crazy, before the change in the platform, Lifevantage was doing about 3 million per year. And then after the distribution channel changed, it went to 11 million the first year, Second year, 39 million. Third year, 126.2 million. And then it started trading on the NASDAQ. And we've completed our 11th year and we're over 200 million and approaching a quarter of a billion. And we are still a secret. It's like a gem. The timing of this opportunity is really amazing. So what I'm going to do now, hopefully that's exciting you as much as it excited me. I'm going to bring you up to speed on the 6 key components you would want to explore when you're evaluating a business opportunity. And the first is the company itself. So a couple of things about the company. I mentioned that it is publicly traded. This is so key and actually rather rare with a network marketing company. LFVN is the ticker for the NASDAQ. We have top tier experience management. Our CEO came from within the company and has experience in the network marketing industry, which is crucial. Our mission of making people better and making the world a better place. Specifically, our vision really gets me. We empower people with products and support their health and well-being and opportunities that help them create a personal legacy. Our business is in multiple countries. When I partnered, there was 8 or 9 countries. I think we're close to 22 countries at this point that we're doing business in. We have branding with the Real Salt Lake soccer team. And our board of directors is extremely experienced. And some of you may know of Aaron Brockovich, who partnered with us a few years ago. So really at the forefront. The next thing to speak about in regards to evaluating an opportunity is trends. What are the trends in the marketplace? Obviously, health and wellness. I mentioned that that was a really large chunk of the industry. Obviously, you can see here from the picture that our products hit a lot of the categories: the anti-aging, the skincare, hair care, pet care, energy, and weight loss. So we have ability to access health and wellness trends. Another trend, especially after the past few years, is the ability to work from anywhere, a low entry cost, using social sharing and not having to have a brick and mortar business. As a brick and mortar business owner as well, it is costly. And so it is obviously a sign of the times to be able to have a lower cost of business, to be home-based. And sadly, we also are in the trend of financial instability, where people have too much month at the end of their money. So that trend, we are at the forefront of being able to help people deal with. The next one, and the one that I'm most passionate about and why I'm here, is the products. I mentioned a little bit about Protandim before. It is a synergistic blend of 5 herbal ingredients in a subtherapeutic quantities: turmeric, milk thistle, green tea, bacoba, and ashwagandha. When they were put together in a perfect synergy, it made them 18 times more effective, turning on these pathways to help turn on our body's ability to make its own antioxidant. One of the things that I love mentioning is that our products are first to market. They're the highest quality. They are banned substance control group certified, meaning that like Olympic athletes can take them without permission, but also really high quality. They're consumable, and that is really important in the world of leveraged income. They run out at the end of the month and you need more than next month. Our next activator that was created is Protandim NRF1 Synergizer. If you went to 8th grade, you know that there are little organelles in our body, in our cells, called mitochondria, and the mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell. Another synergistic blend of 5 ingredients that helps to turn on and also regenerate our old mitochondria. When we have poorly functioning mitochondria, we might have lower energy and maybe sleep more poorly. Boosting the mitochondria and helping them to be better will help to restore your energy production and protect what you already have. So really wonderful in combination with NRF2. And then Protandim NAD Synergizer. We have in our body longevity genes. We have these little proteins called sirtuins. In the literature, it's SIRT. Sirtuins are kind of like the CEO of the cell. This is another synergistic blend that mimics the activity that you would get from calorie restricted fasting, and it's far more pleasant. So you can see here in this graph, 100% efficacy in 24 hours, increasing sirtuin activity over calorie restricted fasting at 94%. The coolest part is that the combination of all three together, if you want to look it up on the website, it's actually pretty remarkable. The research shows that combining the three of them actually amplifies their function. The next product is one of my personal favorites. It is Axio. It's considered smart energy. It's really a nootropic, a nutraceutical nootropic, meaning it is NRF2 activation for the brain. It really helps connect and enhance your neurotransmitters, help your body be more resilient to stress. It is low carb, vegan, gluten-free. It has caffeinated and decaf options. But one of the things that I would say that is been most effective for me, especially during the past 2 years, is I would say that this has helped reduce a mental fatigue and given me feelings of a lot more happiness and joy from personal experience. And so Axio is a really wonderful combination. And yes, it can give you energy, but I left the resilience and the L-theanine for your brain function. So amongst other things. Then the company has created products in a variety of different categories. As highlighted on the bottom, there is one of our newest categories, which is NRF2 body care with CBD. And it's incredible. All of our products are also extremely clean. If you look up on the environmental work, or at least at Environmental Working Group, but predominantly on the Think Dirty app, which is a really cool app to download and scan your products. I was actually flabbergasted to find that some of the things that I thought were supernatural, healthy, and great that I had bought were not. So we have another product that is targeted for our immune support. This is our Daily Wellness. Daily Wellness is 5 ingredients. It's zinc, vitamin C, vitamin D, elderberry, and fermented yeast. Fermented yeast acts like a postbiotic, Saccharomyces cerevisiae, and it actually really helps with the immune system because our immune system's in our gut, and how our gut motility works and how our brain works is all related to what's going on in there. There are various stacks available. This is one of the stacks available. There are a variety of different combinations, anywhere from gut to brain, energy to mood, motivation, heart health, eye health. There are a variety of stacks available, and we recommend that you biohack at the level that you can, get in where you fit in with regards to the biohacking. IC Bright is one of my new favorite products. I am wearing my glasses this evening, but in general, I have not had to wear my readers as much, and that is remarkable. Driving at night and I've noticed reduced glare around the lights. And I also noticed that I have less eye fatigue, and my husband, who's been teleworking for 2 years, notices less dryness around his eyes, which is really great, so you don't have to be putting the eye droppers in all the time. A fantastic product, inexpensive and wonderful to address supporting the eye and oxidative stress in the eye and the brain. These are some pictures, which I think pictures are worth 1,000 words, of using basically true science for the skin is our outside in approach. And it's basically, if you can imagine Protandim for their skin, there was a study at LSU that was done that led to the production of these products. Please get back to the person who invited you so that you can hear a little bit more about Protandim for your skin, basically true science. It's also for your hair and increases the appearance of fullness, better like thickness and less appearance of thinning and balding. We have a weight or waist management is what I call it, system with a fat burn, a prebiotic, and a whey protein. They're all extremely high quality. And we also want to take care of our furry little friends, our other mammals that are non-human, our doggies. Protandim has been specially formulated. It is the only NRF2 activator for dogs, and it also has a little bit of extra joint support and omegas in it. And I forgot to mention, we also have an omega that is fantastic. It's traceable boat to bottle. And within, I think it's harvested within 8 hours, and you can scan your bottle to find out when and what day, et cetera. It's not fishy. I bite into them sometimes. It's lemony, it's lovely. And if your fish oil is rancid or smells, it's rancid. So the next trend is the timing trend. Anybody who's ever bought a house in real estate, we have timing. And this is, or rather location. And this is timing. We have not hit critical mass yet. And it really takes about 135,000 distributors in a network marketing company in a country to be able to hit momentum. And as you can see, we are not there yet. So we're a unicorn secret, in my opinion. So we are still very early. The next trend is, how do I make money? Or the next component is how you make money. So I'll tell you a little bit about my story, but most importantly, it's important to know that we get paid weekly and we get paid monthly. We have 6 primary ways to make money. There are 3 linear. That's the way that most of us are familiar with. I do X, I get paid Y. You sell 3 bottles of Protandim, for instance, and you earn 40% commission for expanding the network with customers and distributors. And then you build to a certain balance point, and then you can access team enrollment bonuses. And then there are 3 leveraged ways to earn as well. And this is by building a network of customers and a network of distributors. And they are royalty commissions, an average of 5%, 9 levels deep. And there are generational check matching bonuses when you get to a certain level. The company matches you, doesn't take from your enrollee's check, but matches you at 10% for your personal enrollment. And it's pretty considerable. And then lastly is the elite pool. When you reach the elite ranks, I am at Pro 7, Elite Pro 7, and there's a 1% share in total global pool, which encourages all of us to be very collaborative, because we all will benefit. And as we all grow, Lifevantage grows. So what really got, this is not my story, but this is my mentor's picture of her life venture, which is our 7th compensation. And really what caught my attention is the fact that initially I wasn't looking for another business. I had a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old in a successful chiropractic practice. But what I didn't know is that you can actually make money different ways. You don't have to trade your dollars for hours constantly. And so I was really excited to be able to finally understand that leverage is possible. As a chiropractor and as a mom who had suffered 5 years of infertility, it was revelatory for me to be able to get to the point where, I didn't have to choose anymore. And so even during a pandemic, I was able to only work 15 hours a week in my practice. And I can't make any claims that this will be the way it'll work out for you. But if you stay open and coachable, it does not get rich quick. This is definitely a 3 to 5 year commitment. So I wanted to say that, and I'm happy to talk with you more if you need. So how far can you take this? This is not our most recent earnings claim statement that just came out, I believe, but I recommend you look at the website under our resources tab to look at the most recent earnings claim statement. We have 10 ranks in our company, And the first column is the total amount paid to distributors in the US. The second column is the average paid at each rank. And actually, I believe the Pro 3 rank is somewhere in the 600 range now. You can see that we pay a lot of money to the middle ranks of our company, and that's considerable. I don't know about you, but Pro 3 is a pretty considerable amount. I have heard it be said that that most foreclosures can be avoided with an extra $300 to $500 a month. Maybe that's classes for your daughter's ballet, or maybe it's a car payment. Whatever it is, it could be considerable for you with part-time time. As I mentioned before, I'm at the Pro 7 level, and it really is allowing for more options. So the power of leveraged income. So the last thing that we want to consider is, can I do this? How can I do this? And it's knowing that there is a simple system, a proven plan, something that can be replicated. It is simple and not easy. We have a mobile app built in with AI, which helps you to build your business from your phone, worldwide customer and distributor support, business education, monthly marketing calendars, private support communities. There is no that I'm able to place on it. And so having that online tracking and support and the website and everything taken care of for you is really remarkable. So at this point, where do we go from here? You have three options. Number one, I want to do some homework. I want to learn a little bit more. Just know anybody can put anything on the internet, and I really highly recommend avoiding all the paid bloggers, etc. So I don't know if you knew about this, but I didn't know about this until more recently. Scholar.google.com takes out all the paid bloggers and advertisers. You can also use PubMed and our company website, which is lifevantage.com. We also have closed Facebook product education groups and many independent videos posted on YouTube. Please get back to the person who invited you for more information. To become a preferred customer, there are flexible subscriptions. You change or cancel at any time. You pay the same price as distributors. And that's because ultimately, if you want to be making money and be a distributor, there isn't a false incentive to become a distributor just to access a better price. So you get the same price we do. And in fact, if you are a customer who's naturally sharing this information, you can get $10 off. And the person who is on the benefiting end of the friends and family also will get $10 off. Lastly, it's really appealing to you to become a business partner of ours, to become a distributor. You can make money by expanding and retaining the network of customers and entrepreneurs that you partner with. There's a starter kit included with both business packs. The Elite Pack, which is the business builder pack, in my opinion, is the largest pack that you can purchase. It's a $999 investment, but you get loads more product than that value, as well as training for a year with our monthly training, and you get one ticket, all access ticket to a company event, as well as an ability to really experience most, if not all, of the products. And then our second pack is the Premier Pack, which is about $300. It's $299, and it is a really good start to getting biohacking for you for a month or two, and allows you the same privilege of sharing, having a website, but no training included. So thank you so much for your time this evening. Please get back to the person who invited you to this webinar for more information and to let them know what the next right step is for you. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Night.